everyone, my name is David. Welcome back to Connected Hearts. Jump back into it before I die. The Lonely Girl. Once upon a time, there was a girl who lived in a cabin in the woods without any company except for her grandfather. He used to hunt during the day and gather wood during night. Every day he'd get up early and return late at night, which is why she never got to see him, because when she woke up, he was already gone and didn't come back until after she had gone to bed. Even in days were gentle, she never felt cold or hungry. However, there was something, a secret, which worried her. During the day, she sunshined between the leaves of the trees. The forest was beautiful, painted by the green of the leaves and full of the sound of the animals, like the singing of the birds. However, when the sun came down, all the charm and beauty of the forest was lost. At night, she closed all doors and windows, and then, frightened, heard the howling of the wolves. The sound of their howls made her heart tremble, feeling something terrible in them. Some nights they didn't howl, some others it felt like they would never stop. Sometimes they seemed to be very far, and others too close, as if they were right next to the house. What does this have to do with the secret? What? But she knew that as long as she stayed inside, she was safe. She only had to do that, stay inside the house and sleep until the sun came out again. Every night the same routine repeated, but no matter how many times she did the same, she never could get used to it. Every time the howling of the wolves felt more distressing, more anguishing, till one night she didn't hear a howl but something totally different, crying. Hearing an animal crying made guilt bloom in her heart. "Maybe it's a wounded dog," she said to herself, believing her own lie. Without second thoughts, she walked towards the door and unlocked the safe, opening it to let the supposed dog in. She's gonna get eaten alive by the fucking dog, isn't she? Oh yeah, I didn't even see that and said that. Jesus Christ. As she opened it, smiling, she thought she had finally found someone to make her company at home. But her smile didn't last long, because as soon as she opened the door fully, she saw a vicious wolf standing in front of her, and with a single jump, it ate her. Okay, that's fun. It's a fun story. What is this, a children's story? I can't imagine what kind of person would stick a story in a sign. Think about it for a moment and then shake my head and sigh. Anyway, I have to keep moving. I can't waste time thinking about this, and part of me thinks it's better to leave it unanswered. Without delay, I resume walking across the forest. I walk in a straight line in a single direction to avoid walking in circles, or at least that's what I hope. Since I woke up, I had the sensation that this was one of those haunted forests from fairy tales. It is impossible to escape unless you do something special. But of course, there's no sure way to know unless I try it. However, it doesn't take long for me to stop again. What the fuck? Suddenly I heard something, a sound that doesn't stop. I feel a chill running over my back when I realized what sound it was. It's something I know very well. The sound of chewing. It has to be a beast. It couldn't be anything else. My common sense tells me it's better to go back and try another path. Yes, that's the best decision. Putting myself in danger by getting closer is the worst thing I could do. However, there is a part of me that wants to do just that. I feel a terrible curiosity for seeing what's making that sound. This is haunted forest, right? Then the animals who live here must also be magical. I get closer to where the sound comes, walking carefully one step at the time, making sure to be quiet. Soon a shadow appears between the trees. It slowly adopts the shape of a wolf as I get closer. "Pathetic," said an unknown voice, talking as it chews the raw meat of its prey. I opened my mouth and eyes wide, full of surprise. The strange black wolf said a word, I'm sure it did. Accepting it shakes my very core and leaves me breathless. I feel suddenly cold. sound of chewing. It sounds like someone eating gravel if it's actually supposed to be a chewing noise. It seems more like it was growling with sounds that imitated human voice. It doesn't look aware of what it is saying. The sounds come out naturally and my mind interprets them as words. Those must be the talking wolves. I look how it rips off a piece of meat with its sharp fangs for a second before averting my eyes. And then I shake my head. I think I had seen enough. It's better to leave before it notices my presence. I run thinking on getting away, but as soon as I give my first step, I hear the creaking sound of a branch. My heart freezes at that moment. I ruined it. I got careless thinking the danger had passed. Oh, whoa! The wolf howls suddenly. Imagine hearing a wolf say, "Oh, whoa," making an echo across the forest. I shake in fear. Then I turn around just to see it jump, falling right in front of me. "Idiot!" said the wolf, growling with anger. "You baka!" Its eyes shine between the shadows, looking right at me. It is about to attack me, I'm sure. My heart races. Do something, or else I'll end up like its other prey. Run, you bitch. I don't doubt in hearing my instincts. Without second thoughts, I turn around and start running as fast as I can. "Coward! Grrr!" I hear it yell behind my back, not knowing if it was following me or not. I just don't think about it. I only want to get as far away as possible. I run like never before in my life. I've never been really fit, but I also never had a motivation as good as this to keep running. I hear my rushed footsteps over the leaves of the forest, till I finally stop to catch my breath after running for unknown minutes. I gasp for air, feeling my legs and chest burning. Then I look back, finding relieved that there are only shadows and twisted trees. The beast was left behind. I closed my eyes and sighed just before collapsing on the ground. I have no more strength to stand up. My heart keeps beating fast, reminding me of the danger. "I want to get out of here," I said to myself, closing my eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath, trying to relax. When my eyes opened again, I look around with curiosity. "What is this?" I said, noticing there was a sheet of paper on the ground. Curious, I get closer and pick it up. Then I read what it says. "Don't try to speak with the wolves. Don't feed them." How weird, I murmured, confused by the strange message. Talking with the wolves is out of the discussion. It doesn't seem like they have much to tell me anyway. But the strangest part is the one about feeding them. I have the impression it doesn't mean to give them food, but to end up as food for them. My head hurts after trying to imagine it. I think it's better for me to forget about it. I keep moving. Forget about it. I keep on moving. I still have to find a place to spend the night. Without delay, I stand up and resume walking. Only this time I'm much more nervous than before. Now I am sure there's something dangerous between the shadows of this haunted forest. Just knowing it makes my heart beat anxious. Stepping. I keep on walking without saying a word, just listening to the lonely sound of my footsteps. At first the silence was very comforting, since I knew that as long as I don't hear anything, I am safe. But slowly it got more and more upsetting, until it reached the point it was unbearable. The silence, being so alone and surrounded by nothingness, is just depressing. I feel like if everything I do is a meaningless effort. Rub my forehead out of frustration. I just don't know what to do. I have no map, no clue, not even a loose idea to give me some sense of direction. I was about to lose my mind, and suddenly I noticed what seems to be a building at a distance. I squint, trying to see better what it is. What is it? Sorry. An old wood cabin in the forest. "Finally!" exclaimed cheerfully at the same time that my heart jumps excited. After getting closer, I realize it is in really bad shape. Old, damaged by the time and exposure to the elements, with the door and windows broken. At night and inside this forest, it seemed like the ideal place for an horror story. A lonely cabin in the middle of a haunted forest. I just hope the wolves have scared away the witches. When I'm about to get in, I notice that beside the broken door, there is a note nailed to it. read what it says. The talking wolves have a weak sense of smell. As long as you keep quiet and don't stand out, they won't see you. Weak sense of smell? I would expect to be the opposite. Guess that explains what I haven't found others. Looks like they aren't very good at tracking their prey. I take a deep breath before stepping inside the cabin. I hear the boards creaking with each step I take, making me uneasy. Okay. My jaw hurts, so I'm gonna end this episode here. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this, I'd like to see more of this game, leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell. Remember, die safely. Bye bye.